Hi, this is John, and this is week 39 of Dot Dreams Devlog. So this week's is definitely more of a rant. I'm going to be quick about it, and I'm going to lay out the general format. This is my fourth take now. I'll start with what we have done. I've drawn 3 or 4 cards this week. Now we are sitting at 28 cards. I've also gone back to the older cards to clean up a lot of the coloring, because I think the coloring style wasn't really consistent. So that's what I have done. Drew's going to be back with within a couple days, so I would say progress will speed up soon. Now, the main topic I really want to talk about before I start, the question I have for you guys is, when you guys like a project or a game, do you guys like the developer plus the project? And you take all that into consideration, or do you guys only take the project and check out its meritocracy and you don't really see the developer? This is a question that came up and is related to what I want to talk about. Is there's this game called Night in the Woods. Now, just to make a preface everything by saying I rarely respect games. Because right now games in indie and AAA, I'd say less than AAA. I actually kind of think AAA games are not bad. Indie games, most recently, they love this 2D Metroidvania survival, dark, gritty, body horror, Dark Souls-like difficulty game. It's so generic. And there are very few games that stand out, And there is one game, one of the few that I really enjoyed, called Night in the Woods. It was released last year, and Dhruv was the one who showed it to me. I thought the art style was great. I love the tone that the game is showing, and how non-combative and how different it is. You see a picture of Night in the Woods, you will know and remember it forever. So the creator is dead, and his death came from a lot of factors, but the main two factors are he's mentally unwell, and a public accusation made by someone called ZQ. I'm not going to say her full name because she wants attention. Made by ZQ, causing a Twitter hate mob to bully him online, and cause him to lose his company, lose his game, and lose everything. And based off of what this guy Alec's sister, who said, I think it was sister, one of his family members said, he just lost too much, and then he just thought that he's done, and he just took his own life. ZQ, I'm going to start with ZQ. Okay, that's the whole situation. ZQ, I would say, is a complete detriment to the indie game society. Okay, I will honor her as a developer because she did finish the game, no matter how crappy it is. I think it's called Depression Quest. No matter how crappy it is, she finished the game, so she is a fully legit indie developer. I know I'm not the judge of it, but that's how I feel about it. And she is an indie game developer. I don't think people should talk crap about it. She did finish the thing. But she has just been full of controversies, and every time her budget or her income goes down, she always somehow has some sort of controversy up in her hand that she can reveal and then gain a bunch of pity points, and then she'll rise up to the top, get a bunch of money, get a bunch of attention, and then she'll fade out again until the next time this sort of thing is required. So she just keeps coming out. She's she's in the indie game dev circle, and she is just giving all of us a bad name. It's always controversy of sexual abuse. And then most recently is relying on the hashtag #MeToo, which I think is a pretty important movement, but the way she's exploiting it in the indie game dev just seems completely inappropriate. So that's one thing. But the real problem, I think, is the Twitter hate mob. She has a avid following of people who just will eat her words just without thinking. And I think one of the great things about the Western society is the idea of innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not gonna say Alec didn't do whatever ZQ has said and done, but I'm not gonna say he did as well. So we don't know whether or not he did or didn't. But the Twitter mob didn't know, didn't care, and just leaped on this guy and just tore him to shreds. And I think that's horrible. Like, I like freedom of press. I'm glad people are expressing their anger and all that stuff, but do some research. Or just even double check. Maybe even hold back that anger that everybody felt and have, like, pent up anger. Because someone just died. And it's because I know it's great that people have this, like, I don't know, it's like borderline between seeking out justice and just mob hate. And then the way, like, and also guilt is, like, kind of separated. It's, oh, I didn't cause him to die. A group of us can all bully him and then cause him to die. Like, just saying bad things and all that stuff and cause this guy to commit suicide. Again, I'm fine with people expressing their hate and all that stuff, but do some research before you make a judgment. And I think people make judgment way too quickly these days. Twitter, I actually don't like Twitter that much. Dhruv loves Twitter. He thinks that Twitter is the best way for indie games to go. But I personally dislike it, and I tolerate it because it seems like that is what indies need to do. So it's I guess we're contributing to a evil. It's a necessary evil. I don't know what would we call it. But Twitter is just causing people to latch on and jump on something before they make really good, before they make any sort of checks. And I don't know, man. I hate the Twitter mob more than ZQ. Though I would say ZQ has like a million things she could have done before publicly announcing it, which puts her motivation into question. Why do you do this publicly online, saying as forgiveness and all that stuff? Like, normally whenever she does this, she gets a big boost, and I already mentioned this a couple minutes ago. But this time someone died, okay? And there are a bunch of radical feminists that are coming out to protect her and defend her for being brave of coming out and saying that it's not brave, okay? Every time she comes out and says something, she just reaps the benefit. There's nothing brave about it. At least that's what I think. Don't hunt me down too, okay? Anyways, yeah, that leads back to the question of when you guys like a game and the developer, or do you guys like the game plus the developer? Alec, I don't know what kind of person he is. Apparently from his partners, he's not the best person to work with. But I don't care. I like what he makes, and I actually really look forward to whatever he was going to make. And now that light, or I wouldn't say light, that's probably giving him too much credit, but that artist and whatever he's going to create will no longer be there anymore. He's gone because a baseless accusation. So it has affected me directly. Like I said, I respect very little projects, and this is one of the few projects that I really respect, and it is snuck away and taken away from me by a baseless accusation. So yeah, I feel a little strongly about it, and I'm sorry if I sound a little bit more harsh. But it sucks, and I really hope people wake up and, I don't want to say it like that because it sounds like I'm the one awakening also. I would hope people just make judgments after they do a little bit of research, or after waiting a little bit to see whether or not certain accusations are true. And for ZQ and these people who make accusations like that, there's nothing brave about it, okay? I think if you, brave, I would say, is doing something that nobody thinks you're doing is right because you believe it so strongly. That's at least what I think. When you say something and you get a bunch of pity points, a bunch of people defending you and protecting you, that's not brave at all. And you just cause someone to lose their life. At least come out with evidence, Say, when you make an accusation, come out with evidence, and maybe we can think more about it, okay? I'm not saying what you shouldn't have taught. Do whatever you have to do, but provide evidence and all that stuff. Because I don't know, man. I think ZQ is a complete detriment to the indie gaming society and has been creating a lot of negative press for the indie game devs, especially for female game devs. Okay, and I feel like you're hurting your cause, but I don't think you care. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Just that's what I think. I'm done for the week, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye.